I've been developing my leadership practice over my whole life, though I never defined it as that. I never sought out leadership roles when I was young. I sort of gravitated towards them because I was always good in school. I'm technically very skilled in my chosen field of apparel. I'm motivated, and for the most part, I have pretty good emotional intelligence. As I became more aware of this about myself, I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to teach at the University of Minnesota. This was my first official leadership role. I took it on not just because I thought I'd be good at it, but because at the time I was working in the fashion industry and struggling to find a way to work in an industry that creates so much waste and harm and didn't resemble any of the reasons that I went into it, which was to create beautiful clothes that enrich people's lives. I felt powerless to create any kind of change in my role because the system felt too big and I was too small. So I thought that if I went back to the source of who goes into the industry, the students, that I could begin to inspire change from the ground up. I've learned so much about leadership as a teacher. I'm learning through trial and error many of the theories and ideas we've discussed in class. I'm learning how to balance the soft skills of caring and compassion and support with high expectations and consistency. It's hard when you care about the people you are leading and so badly want to equip them with the skills that they need to thrive. I found I can give them the tools and the theories, but until I'm able to help them find what drives their own motivation to learn and to push themselves, that I haven't really done my job. And when this works, it's amazing. In my classes, we spend a lot of time discussing the problems the industry faces, all the things companies and designers are doing wrong, and some small solutions people are starting to find. When they're inspired by this, and after I've motivated them to create change, they turn to me and ask, what can I do? Like I must have the answers, right? Because I taught them all this other stuff and empowered them. And I was like, wow, they listened to me. I mean, I knew they listened to me, but I hadn't really realized how much of an impact I had on shaping their worldviews. And that realization filled me with a huge weight of responsibility because I realized that I don't have a very good answer. I've been so hung up on the problems and the technical parts that I haven't stopped to consider what the industry could be. I mean, here I was spreading a message and they were getting on board, and I didn't even know where we were going. And that's why I'm here at Bard, to figure that out. The funny thing is that I hadn't realized this was the reason until going through this class. I didn't come here thinking of becoming a leader per se. I came because after a few years of teaching, I saw that I needed something to energize and inspire myself so I could continue to do work that was contrary to the norm. But I thought of this as an opportunity to develop technical skills that I lack in business and to build a community of people to support me as I do the work. And it is all of those things, but I see now that I need, and what we all need, are leaders with a vision to inspire us to keep working towards that better future. My personal leadership challenge was to control my mental clutter, the thoughts that run on repeat in my head and take up valuable space and energy. I use these as a defense to avoid imagining the future because it scares me. I'm terrified that if I take the time to create a vision, I might be wrong, I might lead people astray, we might not make it, and then what's the point? But the responsibility to do it anyways is weighing on me. So my true leadership challenge is to face my fear, to stop renting my mental space to the clutter and do the hard work of slowing down and creating my vision for the future so that I can inspire myself and others to work towards it. And I have the ability and the drive and the capacity to do just that.